Welcome to Behind the Bar podcast. This is a very, very special one. This is episode 100. And who better to have back than our very first guest, Mr. Luke Watson from Watson & Co. Photography. Yeah. That's it. With his beautiful fiancée, Emily. That was a hello.
Say hello.
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 Right then, so you were on episode 1 talking about alcohol. Can you remember it?
Was I actually on episode 1?
Yeah.
I don't remember it. I remember doing that episode, but I didn't know it was number 1.
Yeah, number 1. Because I think then it was Katie B, number 2.
I remember Katie's. Who else was after that? But I don't remember number 1.
Yeah, it was the alcohol one.
Was that the one when I was on about chinning a cow?
Maybe, yeah, I think it was actually,
I watched that the other day.
Oh, did you?
On my other page, that little snippet.
It must have, I'm positive it's number 1. I didn't actually do the research, but I'm positive it is me, you and Sarah on an alcohol podcast.
I'm going to go and watch that retake again. You need to watch it.
Do you know what it is? It is actually number 1 because on Canva, when I make the thumbnails, like I've just reused like the same thing and just changed it over the years, and it still says like alcohol results. Can alcohol make your results? That's what it's always titled as. So yeah, it must be number 1.
Still doing well. That's mad. That. How long ago was that?
I'm gonna guess 3 years.
Jesus.
3 years to do 100. So I've been consistently doing it week on week. Ish.
Yeah. Do you know Bro Science, where it's like new videos every week?
Yeah. we'll take it as every week. So back then, obviously, you were still coaching. You were like into your photography, but like, could you both imagine like where you'd end up now?
Shall I go first?
Yeah.
I would have said so, because the goal was always to build something from the get-go, like even if it was more coaching, which did go for quite a while, but then photography obviously took over as the passion. So then just growing that from there and developing that has been the goal from the beginning of starting it. So with the help of Emily, we've kind of niched it into the market that we go down, and then it's just we're constantly learning things and putting new things in, changing it up. Like there's always development there, so it's always changing. Eventually, we want to get it to the point where it is massive, and it's like a household name. Do you know what I mean?
The go-to.
Yeah, like the go-to. So that is the goal, and we're currently working towards that. But I'll let Emily have her piece.
I think for me, when obviously I met Luke, I was doing like nursing, mental health nursing, and obviously that was my me career. So obviously I always loved modelling, photography and stuff. And when me and Luke got together, I used to dip into the business a little bit, and then I found that they actually crossed over. So making women feel confident, beautiful, taking care of people, I can still do that in a more creative way. So me background when I was younger, I was very creative. I used to be a jazz singer. So always on stage doing like glamour stuff. And I think with nursing, when I got my degree, that was the pivotal point for me, where I was like, my career path, although I love it, I wanted to go full photography with Luke. Obviously, we're already doing it together. And when we changed to the limited company in both of our names, like that was for me like the ticket for the business to just go massive, because it's both of our babies now. And I think having that side to us where I can still integrate me nursing or integrate me creative past has been really nice. And I think with us being quite collaborative, Luke's very like business focused, business head. He knows the structures of things, but I think my little element of bringing that care for people and the creative side and just making everyone feel like princesses has just been nice to elevate it that little bit more. And I think it was me that pushed her to like go full photography, because our bookings, we were getting booked like quite constantly, but we needed that extra free room to just go full into it. And I just said to Luke one day, I was like, just do it, just take the leap, and if it goes tits up, it goes tits up together. So it'll be fine. And yeah, it's went thus far, it's going quite well.
I mean, I knew that it was last year. I mean, it's October, November now when this comes out. But it was like when Luke was obviously coaching with us, we were just waiting for him to go. It was like, when are you going to go? Just go. But yeah, it was like, but then obviously where you've jumped in there as well, and like now you've taken it as the job role itself. It's like you've got all that time to just focus on it. And that's what I love when I see people in business. It's like, fuck everything else. Let's just go for it, because then nothing can stop you.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's changed more, Luke? Your photography skills or your ability to handle my banter?
Oh, I don't know. Probably the last one.
The last one. I'll take it. So when did the photography bug first bite?
I was saying this the other day when she was laughing at us. She was taking the piss. But it was when I was younger. I was about 14, 15, massively into bodybuilding. When I started working, I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy a camera and start a YouTube channel. Because Bradley Martin was doing it at the time. And then I bought one and started trying to get used to using it. So I was taking photos of the most random shit, like sheeps and flowers and just random stuff. And that's where it kind of started. And then I've always had one since then. So I would, if I was going away, like to the zoo or something, I'd take it with us. Do you know what I mean? But then I was in the army, obviously. The YouTube dream fell through. So it was just more of a casual thing that I did. And then when I finally left, I got back to it a bit more full time, which is when we were doing the like boudoir stuff. And then it was you asked me to do the shred photos for the first one. Can you remember? So that was where it kind of crossed for fitness. So like initially I went fully down the fitness side for the business model because of the coach that I was under. So he was a good coach, but his whole videography like business model was based in fitness, in gyms. So taking what I learned from him and then crossing it over with stuff I'd seen or tested myself is where I kind of developed it to where it is now. That's where it's going.
You found your style.
Yeah, like you find your style.
Yeah. Media training 101.
He's found his style.
He's fine, yeah. Mint. You just mentioned the first shred. Did you have any clue what you were doing, or did we just wing it really?
We did, to be fair. Like obviously, it depends on how you look at things. If you looked at it in the terms of do I know how to use a camera, then yeah. But had I done a massive group shoot with how many people was it? 12?
It was a weird one because we had a few people in, and then we had like Melissa and Katie do it a week later because they got COVID. Yeah. And I think I had COVID on the first one or something like that. Or it was something random. It was actually 4 years ago. This now. But yeah, say 12 people it was.
So
yeah.
I'd obviously never done a group shoot for 12 people before, so that was a bit of a wing it moment. But the concept stayed the same across any type of photo shoot you do. It's just the way you pose it or the way you light it, etc. So I would have said wing the group shoot, but not so much the technical side of it.
Yeah, I like, even if you look back on them photos, obviously to where you are now, like you've gone.
Oh, I look at photos from like 6 months ago, and we change the edit all the time.
Yeah.
Like little tiny tweaks.
That's always developing, and that's the thing. But like, I'll look back at them obviously compared to the ones that you've done now for us, which are outstanding. And like, I don't mind them because it's like that's where we were at, obviously where you were at in your journey, where we were at with learning how to put people through that thing. So as much as we winged it, I think we nailed it really at the time.
It's mad how much it changes though. You were kicking off at us yesterday because I bought a film camera. Because I get sick
Like a proper
sometimes.
film camera.
Yeah, I get sick of the digital edit, and I think it doesn't look as nice. So I thought, oh, I'll just go buy a film camera and give that a go for a while.
But I will just interject. He bought this film camera off a bloke that looked like Al of Toy Story.
Mint, yep, I know
And-
exactly who you mean, yep.
Honestly, he walked, like, obviously we went to pick it up, and he walked down the pathway. Me and me nana were sat in the car, ill, laughing, because I was like, Luke, how a man? Like, who is that? And he was like, it's like this Russian 1900s, like, film camera. It's, like, from the war. I was like, okay, what's so good? He was like, I need to do film. I love film, love the vintage style. I'm going to tap more into this. So I was just like, okay. And then I went in the sitting room last night. He was literally sat there with all of his cleaning kit, just anally cleaning this new film camera. And I was just like, when is this going to stop? The Amazon parcels, the new gear. Like, my house is just a photography studio now. He's took over. But it's good. It is good.
I get it, because Sarah's exactly the same. Like, I'm always like, I've got an idea. And she's like, fuck's sake, man.
The ideas always seem to work, though. And then,
Exactly, yeah.
and then he gets me really invested in it. And then I tap in my creative bit. And then it just goes from there. And it's just a vicious cycle at the moment. But it is good.
Could you not have just gotten, like, one of the lenses would fit on, like, a nostalgia-type lens? What?
I could have done, but it wouldn't be authentic. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And film's not much different to digital. It just, the mechanism of doing it is you haven't got a sensor and the mirror just lifts up and flashes the light on the film. So it's exactly the same as a sensor in a DSLR, but you just wind it with the cock.
With a fucking crank from that time, yeah?
Yeah.
So how did you actually learn? Like YouTube tutorials, trial and error, or someone, like, showing you the ropes?
Self-taught, to be fair. I learnt it all when I was trying to do the YouTube stuff. So that's when I learnt most of the stuff. I still learn stuff now. Like, I read books on it, or watch YouTube, or whatever it is, try new stuff. It's always something new to learn in anything.
At what point did you realise this could actually be a business?
It's a good one, that. I don't know, because when I left the army, I've always been self-employed. So even here, even at Gym Unique, whatever I was doing, I tried Amazon for like 2 days and walked out because I hated it. So anything that I would probably do, I would have made into some form of business anyway. But then the major turning point was probably last year when Emily was like, go all in, because the days that we were working was just stupid. I was getting up at like 4, half 4-ish to come here, coach for 2 hours, then training, and then going to shoots or editing, and then back here on a night, and then editing. When I got in, I was getting like 2-3 hours sleep, and it was just brutal. So that's when she said, go all in, because then you'll have more time to put into that. But even then, coaching was always a business anyway, because of the PTs that I used to do and the online stuff. So it's always been sort of a business, no matter what it's been. But then, obviously, the more time you put into one specific thing, the more you can grow that one thing rather than being spread across different things.
Yeah, which you need to, but yeah.
I think from an outsider's perspective of Luke choosing his business path, it's always been photography. Like, you can see, like, his little light in his eye springs up. So I think with me, when I was doing my nursing, like, I used to have that little glimmer of light in my eye, but that slowly faded away, and that's why I've changed, like, career path into doing the photography. But with Luke, you could just see, like, he did love his coaching, he loved PTing, he liked the community aspect, and even the clients, like, still talk to him now, just absolutely love his banter. But when he's in a photo shoot and when he creates something, and he creates something really well, you can just see that, like, little boy spark in him that he just absolutely loves.
Yeah.
Even, like, when I was saying the Amazon parcels, when you get an Amazon parcel through the door, you instantly run downstairs in your slippers and you're like, look what I've got. And then he'll sit there for 2 hours looking at his new photography gear and just say that's his passion. So I think when you're saying what was the pivotal point, probably is me giving a womanly push to be like, just go for it. Like, get rid of that imposter syndrome in the photography industry and just put your mark on it. But I think the passion that he's had from being younger to now, you can see that that's what he loves to do, and I think that's crucial in a business or your employment. You've got to love what you do. So I think for me, that would definitely be why you've chose photography.
I'd say I'm quite social as well. Like, I always love chatting shit at people.
Yes,
I always get wrong for that, but that is one of the other drivers, I would say, because we meet new people every day, do something new. It's not the same. Even in the studio, it might be the same backdrop in place, but everyone's got their own look or vibe they want to bring across, and then talking to them about it and bringing it to life for them. I don't know, I just enjoy that part of it.
And I would say on that, like, most people are probably at, like, when they are coming to do a photo shoot, they're probably at the most happiest place as well. So you get to be with all these people at their best in a way as well. So it's like, if you're surrounded by that, I know some people will be like, I don't look fucking good enough, blah, blah, blah. But 99% of people will be at their happiest place then as well.
I think 9 times out of 10 that is the case, where we have like the bubbly, happy side, and I love like hearing people's stories and backgrounds. But I think recently we've had people that's come to us that's been on the opposite side of that, like
Right.
quite low and down, and they've had something really crappy go on in their lives, and they've been very hesitant to book a photo shoot, but they have with us because of that kind of connection that we've gave them through like talking and interacting with them. And I think it's been like a bit of a like mental health pick up for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they've came, like I had a lady that she came, she was honestly shaking, like rattling, and I was like, honestly, it's going to be totally fine. We just want to leave everything that is bad at that studio door and just enjoy yourself. And she literally walked out like a new woman, like proper new lease of life. And I think with that, that's good as well, because it's really rewarding. That's what I used to get in my old job, like as a mental health nurse, that rewarding of making people better and making them leave the hospital doors feeling well. And we've kind of interacted that with our photography. It's really important to us not to just be like, oh, you're feeling amazing, like, great, come and do a photo shoot, because it's going to be really easy for us to, like, pose you because you're going to feel and look amazing. We've kind of tapped more into the people as well to integrate into our business that need that boost, that need that confidence and empowerment, and that's kind of what we've built our brand on, is making people feel good. So, yeah, I would say that's quite nice about it.
Yeah, I was going to say what you said there, to be fair, like, the actual photo shoot is probably the smallest part of what we even do now, because when people book in, they'll do a call with us before, like FaceTime. They get to meet us, and then we set the vibe from there. They get all their guidance from there about what to bring, what to do, how the shoot goes, and then the actual taking of the photos is such a small part of it, because it's all built around building the rapport and them enjoying themselves, rather than it being, oh, you're just getting your photo taken, here's your 10 photos now, fuck off sort of thing. We actually want to look after people and make them feel mint from the second they inquire through to when they get that download link.
From me watching you two, I think Emily's brought a lot of that in. Yeah. I think you've brought the client care like right up. Yeah. So hats off to you.
100%. I think being a couple as well probably helps a lot, because it's a lot more relaxed. I mean, there's pros and cons to male and female photographers on their own. But as a couple, if they're intimidated by coming to a male photographer, Emily's there anyway. So it instantly reduces that anxiety for them. And if they weren't bothered about that anyway, then they've got Emily there just to be a ginger ADHD nutter.
Yeah.
So
That's, well, I like, so when me and Sarah couple, and I think it sells better. I don't want to use like a businessy term, but it does in a way. Do you know what I mean? People buy into yous And like the same as me and Sarah, they buy into us because it does make you feel more comfortable rather than just that solo person. Because say a lady who was shaking whatever else, and let's say Luke was just by himself, I think it would be harder for her. Had you not been there, do you know what I mean?
Well, I'd definitely say so. To be fair, you threw me off what I was about to say.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
It's totally gone.
Pass it over.
I forgot what I was going to say as well.
I was bigging you up, and I was saying about how couples, obviously, people buy into it, yeah.
I was going to say, like, even if we weren't a couple and we did have a third person that was like a team member, I think even having more people there just brings more of a relaxing setting anyway. So even if it wasn't just me and Emily, if we did have a team, say there was a makeup artist or
Yes, yeah.
any, do you know what I mean? Any hair stylist like Jamie, the vibe just changes rather than it just being one-to-one. If it's just me and another woman, I feel like they open up a lot more anyway when it's more people. But the couple element definitely brings a massive pro to it.
I was just going to say from like my modelling background, when I've done photo shoots with male photographers, some of them's been really good, but some of them's been not so good in the sense of like having that rapport with you and making you feel comfortable. And I think when I was probably about 19 when I done my first photo shoot, and I'd done it with a photographer, and it was just really quite awkward because he had nobody there to like tell us how to pose or like what to do. The conversation just wasn't there. And I think from the technical standpoint of like the way we run our photo shoots, I think Luke having the ability to really focus on the curation of the image, so the lighting, the image setup, like taking the photo, and me just having that conversation with people, sorting the hair out, doing womanly things, do you know what I mean, posing them. I think it's a nice setting for us to do as a duo because it's just easier for the client. Like they don't have to, like Luke doesn't have to run up, show you how to pose, run back down, take a photo. You what, sorry? Although he will, yeah, he does. Sometimes, like the other day, I was on the camera and Luke was posing, and it was just hilarious, and it was just a vibe. But you would never get that if you were just on your own. And I think as a young lass, when I was doing it as a 19-year-old, it was really daunting going in with like a male photographer on your own and not really knowing what they're going to be like. Are they going to be dodgy? Are they fine? Like what conversation to have with somebody that's a lot older than you, because the men in the industry that I worked with were a lot older than us. So I think having me there, especially for like even just makeup tips, like when we're doing the call and the lasses are like, do I go do a glowy base or like a heavy finish? And I'm just like, oh, so you can do X, Y, and Z in your hair and da-da-da. And Luke sat there and he's actually learnt a lot of it now. Like we're on Instagram the other day. Do you know them reels where it's like objects that your boyfriend will not know?
Right, okay.
Like if the women, like the women things. Luke literally knew all of them. I was creased. I was like, how do you know what an eyelash curler is and a brow lamination and that? And he's like, probably it's because we've worked together that long now that I have to help women with this. But I think having that aspect of it, of me just being that woman there in that situation, even to do up a bra, like simple little things, it just makes it, to me, more comfortable, definitely more professional, having both of us there. And yeah, like you say, client focused, definitely. That's what we're aiming for anyway. And we like to have a bit crack with each other. It's nice to work together. I like being with my partner all the time, like having the opportunity to like travel with me fiance and do photo shoots and work together. Although we might butt heads sometimes because work gets a lot and it can be stressful, like we lean on each other with the business. So if something goes a little bit, you know, haphazard for Luke, like he'll speak to me about it and I'll put me 2 pence in, and then vice versa. If I've had a bit of a funny moment with something, Luke's there to support me. I think it's a nice dynamic where you can work with your partner. I know some partners will probably be like, absolutely not. I couldn't work with my husband or me girlfriend. They'd do me head in. But I think me and Luke's got that nice relationship, and I think that comes across to our clients, because we're known to them as like the fiancé dream team, like built a business from the ground up, from like meeting each other to now. So I think that's been a nice part of the journey.
That could have been a brilliant ending there. That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Just clip it in.
Just clip it to the end. So I'm not sure if I got this right, but did you start doing like shoots for free early on? And if you did, like, why was that important?
So, I used to hammer, if you look him up on YouTube, probably find it interesting to be fair. He's called Sasa Stills Boudoir. I used to watch his stuff because I liked his edit style. So his edit style is like very moody and dark. And what I wanted to do was like recreate that. But a lot of it isn't just in the editing with him, it's a lot to do with light. So it was like learning that aspect of it. So I did reach out to a few people that I knew, asked if they wanted to do a free one, so I could try it and test things and just get better, which I did, and then just kind of developed the skills from there, learning different lighting techniques and stuff like that. I think the first ever proper boudoir shoot I did was with a girl called Rachel. I still remember because it was hilarious. She's cracked, to be fair. They used to PT around there, and that was where it kind of started to like build onto that. And then I think you get to a point where you're more confident to start charging, but then it comes in the levels of how professional you are and what you know your time's worth. So it does go up as you obviously get better and learn new things and buy new expensive stuff and better spaces or whatever you're doing. So it just comes in levels, like, but I think everyone starts out free. There's that old rule of 10,000 photos or something. I can't remember.
10,000 hours. That's
Someone converted it to photography and said 10,000 photos will be your first 10,000 photos will be shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you'll start getting good. So it is just practice, but it is of anything. Do you want to add anything?
I think for networking as well, collab shoots are really important.
Yeah.
So obviously we still offer, it's very few and far between now, but we do scout out models or business personnels and offer them kind of photo shoots with us for that kind of networking with professionals, not only for us to grow and learn from that individual. We might love something in their style that they're doing with socials or how they pose or just different things to like get to know like us to grow, but also for marketing as well and that networking. So obviously our business is based off Instagram. Like that's how we do all of our kind of business sales and stuff. And it's really difficult, I'm going to be honest, with the new like stuff that Instagram's brought out. And you can no longer send like cold DMs and like all this lovely stuff that you used to be able to do. So I think for people that are just starting off, networking's a massive thing. One, to build your confidence with communication and just being a people person and managing people, I think is a massive thing. But second of all, getting that networking with people where you can learn from them. We had an amazing collab with Dr. Wicks, who's an online fitness coach down at Stoke. And she came to the photo shoot. She actually inquired about a group shoot, and we said, look, if you're not sure about it, we'd love to do a photo shoot with you so you can see our vibe if we're the right fit for you. And we'd obviously like to learn some bits and bobs from you as well. Because our business model, she's phenomenal, basically. Her and our partner, George, are absolutely amazing. And she came and done the photo shoot, and it was just class. There was so much new posing, like the lighting was all different. We just totally went, but like, obviously, I think Wix has got ADHD like me, and we just bounced off each other, and it was just absolute chaos, but it was just mint. And there was a lot of styles that we got from that photo shoot that we now use in like other paid jobs as well. And that networking's been amazing for us to get a little bit more down south, work in old school gyms. Like our gym shoots used to predominantly be up here, but we found obviously the gym from Wicks, the old school gyms down in, is it? Stoke on Trent. mint for photo shoots. I didn't even know it existed until we done that collab shoot with Wix. And now we use it quite readily and it's amazing. So I think things like that just helps you grow. Like, obviously, you've got to have the confidence to charge your worth. Like, inevitably, you're self-employed, you're your own boss, you've got bills to pay. But I think offering that little free aspect to network and build our confidence in things when we're growing, I think has been vital, like a pivotal point of the business and helping grow the business.
I'll add to that one. So with the collabs, a lot of these tend to be mainly for marketing purposes because I don't like to post clients who've paid unless I'm like absolutely dead for content, which is very rare. Mm-hmm. If they collab me in, that's amazing. I'll accept it. But I don't like to just post someone's photo that they've picked and paid for. So I feel like that's a rob of,
yes,
like a rob of their
I totally get it,
money. Unless I'll do them an extra one from the album.
Unless would you pre-ask though?
Yeah, I'd pre-ask. I'd say, is this all right? And I'll do this edit and you can have it on top. So we tend to book one in for a collab at least once a month. And we'll plan, like Emily says, loads of different lighting techniques or try new things. So we've got loads of content that we can advertise with, but at the same time, test new things that we've never done before. Like, what do we do? In the studio last week, we did one for another photographer, and we had 4 models, 4 girls, and we were just trying random things. Like, we lit the same scoop with the model lamps rather than using the flash, and it just gives it a totally different, softer look to it than a hard flash. So just things like that, like just learning different ways and means. And then when people do inquire and they do their Zoom calls with us, they'll send us the inspo that they like, and then we know exactly how to do what. So that each month when we do them collabs is just more of a creative shoot for us than it is just like a marketing shoot.
Getting your reps in.
Yeah, learning new stuff.
I'm all about free. Like, obviously, I'm from personal training and stuff like that, and when people have passed the personal training qualifications, they think they can just fucking charge. It's ridiculous. It's like, go work somewhere for free, get under someone's belt. It's like people get some people don't even get a qualification, they just go straight online. And it's like, no, coach people for free. I bet, did you coach people for free when you were personal training?
Yeah, I did, what was it? It might have been a month or 6 week quick cut thing.
Yeah.
It's like quick blast, like just free program. Give us some before and afters.
Exactly, yeah. It's the same, innit?
Testing your knowledge and people managing skills. But I'm pretty sure I did over Gym Unique. I might have did like free PTs as well for like a month. I can't remember what it was, but that was like going back 5 years now. But I definitely did. I didn't just jump straight in and start charging because I was paying rent with classes, so it wasn't costing me to work there. It was all free.
Yeah, like that. Like I thought it would have been the case, like with the photography, because I think in today's younger generation, even though you're quite young, the younger generation, like they just want, like they think they deserve it, and it's like, no, put the fucking reps in first, do stuff for free, and then everything will come. Like where you get the lovely collabs and that with you, like no matter how big you get, there's always somebody big, and there's always somebody who can help you out here, and it's just trading time. And that's it.
I think what you're saying, like about the younger generation, it's that instant gratification.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only 23, and that's something that I've had to learn myself. Like, don't just go for that instant gratification. It's the long game that wins.
Yep.
And I think I learned that through enrolling in my nursing degree. Like when I enrolled, I was like, oh, I'll just have to do a few assignments and I can go like out with me friends and I'll just use all my student loan for holidays and it'll just be amazing. Then I'll get this lovely piece of paper at the end and I'll be a nurse. Absolutely not. I had to do 3,000 hours unpaid free work on psychiatric wards and in hospitals from 6 a.m. in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, and work a second job and obviously pay bills and stuff like that. and it was hard graft. And I think definitely for me, switching from always being employed by an employer to now self-employed, that's something that I've learned very quick and fast, that you've got to put the graft in. Like, it is a long game. Instant gratification just doesn't win in this game at all. Like, I was so used to just getting me pay slip at the end of the month and all of me tax and everything being paid for us. That was me prinny wage, and great, I can go buy a Dyson Airwrap with that. But now I think that's something Luke has definitely taught me, that you've got to be savvy in business, and you've got to have like your groundwork. I mean, we switched to limited company, we're saying something about liquid money, and I was like, what is that? It's either physical cash or it's in me bank and I can tap me card and there you go. And like, even I think for me, just learning that, and it's nice to have that long game and learn new things. So for anyone who is young, and we've met some young business personnels recently through our photography journey, and I think they have had that imposter syndrome of like, oh, well, it's not working, I'm not getting paid, I'm not getting bookings, and you know, I'm just going to go work in Asda or whatever. And it's like, don't have the imposter syndrome, put yourself out there, put your word out there and stick at it. Sometimes you are going to probably have a shit month where you're probably going to get no bookings in, but next month you might be fully booked and be earning like the wage that you would be getting for 3 months in whatever job you're doing. So I think to the younger generation, like, stick at it, go self-employed. Like, if I was talking to younger me right now, I'd be saying, what are you even doing thinking about going into employment under a business where you're not even going to get paid your worth? Like, nursing burnout was a massive, massive thing. And it really scared us, the fact when I was looking at my life now and how comfortable I am to what it would have been if I'd taken my nursing job and really burnt out and probably having to deal with lots of legal things. Like, I wish I'd went self-employed when I was like 19, 20, straight out of college with that fresh head on us, rather than now. I mean, I know I'm only 23 and I'm still young, but to people that is coming out of college, especially with the UK at the minute, like, I don't want to get into politics and that, but I think growing your own business is so satisfying, but you've got to have that mindset of instant gratification isn't the one. Get rid of that. Throw it in the bin.
I'd say that comes back to having a plan. Do you know what I mean? Do you need to stop?
Don't worry. That? No. I always just check.
Yeah, like having a plan is a major part of it. Like you say, people that get a PT call and then they're like, oh, I'm just going to go charge people now.
Yeah.
Why not? You need a strategy. You need a social media plan. You need a full business model. It's not just like, oh, I'm going to just put a post on Instagram and I'm going to get 20 PTs by tomorrow. It's like, it doesn't work like that. So like, instead of expecting that instant gratification, you've got to strategize for the long term to know where you want to be, and then put your reps in, your daily SOPs to get there. And that's a massive thing. I think you've learned that side of it a lot, haven't you? Because Emily was like, oh, I just put an Instagram post up and then it'll be fine, I'll get bookings. But it
doesn't work like that, does it?
Like, teaching her all the new strategy stuff, and she's picking it up, and it's nice to see someone learning. And then when it comes to business, like what you were saying, like with college people and that, there's different, I'd say there was two different mindsets. Not looking at the broader picture, but you're either like really good at strategically thinking something through, and you know, right, this is my goal, I need to do this, and this, and you can work on that complexity side of it where you can plan it all and do it all. Or you're better at just doing it, which tends to be what most people fall under, and they'll go into employment and just get a job. Whereas if you find people on the same wavelength and work with them, you like, say Bob, we'll go with an imaginary person. Say I wanted to start another business, and Bob was really good at doing the do, and I had the strategy, and then we'd go off and start a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's ways and means. Like, you don't have to be the major strategist. You can still find people that are on your wavelength. If you're motivated but you haven't got a clue, then find someone who has a clue and work with them. Rather than everyone's a lone wolf now. I don't know why. People don't like to work in teams anymore. And I just think it's daft. Find people that support you.
People who help you grow as well. Yeah. Right, where are we at? Let's skip that bit. That bit was supposed to take 8 to 10 minutes, the origin story. No, it's all right. I love it. So at what point did the photography business become more than just you?
Majorly.
So obviously when it became this.
So I would say you started pretty much working with me when we got together, I would have said. Not as so much the business side of it. You were just like coming along, enjoying the photo shoots and the creative side. And then as that kind of went on, you kind of did start taking over a lot more of it and doing the posing and stuff. And then it become a point where we're full-time and the girls were asking if Emily was going to be there.
Yeah.
And I was like, at this point, we either need to like, because this was not long after you finished your degree.
Was this like, I'm the photographer?
We were sat and I was like, I can't sell shoots if you're with you there, if you're not going to be available to be there. Because she was thinking about going into nursing. And I was like, have a think about it, see what you want to do, because we'll fully change the full business to a company and put your name into it. And then everything I sell from there would be with you involved rather than maybe it's a possibility should be there.
Yeah.
And then it just eliminated that whole rigmarole of saying like, oh, you'll be fine even if she isn't because I'll be able to do all the posing and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas that obviously wasn't expected before, but everyone was seeing it, so it was starting to become expected of being at the shoots.
And Emily does have more pizzazz when it comes to showing the posing. 100%.
I do. Although I will say,
Did you not see the photo of me the other day?
Maybe, I don't know.
oh, honestly, wait until Luke shows you this photo. So I was actually on the camera, so that's another thing that I've learned. Like, Luke's actually showed us how to use both the cameras.
That is sexy as.
So I actually took this image. It's on our Instagram, like a bit of a BTS photo. And Luke was saying like, oh, you get behind there, you've got a really good focus here, I want to get creative with it, I'm going to pose. So I was like, okay. So he literally jumped in that pose and I was like to the model, just do us a little like, and it turned out like such a good photo.
It
but
is a good photo.
It's really funny and I think that comes across like on our Instagram, like me and Luke post stupid photos of us two. Like some of the images Luke gets of me during the photo shoot and some of the images I get of him actually is just mental, but I think that brings that side of us across on social media of like, we're just two normal idiots finding our way through life and just want to make people feel good. Like, we're just bubbly ADHD nutcases, really, aren't we? But I think images like that we capture is really nice because it shows us in the photo shoots. And I think when you were saying like the pivotal part of us joining together, that was a really hard decision for me because it was like, do I give up me 4 years of my degree?
3,000 free hours.
3,003 hours that I have grafted, like literally me heart and soul. Me dissertation will not even mention that, but it was full-blown tears and chaos for like months. And I was sat there with my piece of paper with my degree and I just thought, you know what it is? This, for the past 2 years of my degree, I've been doing photography with Luke. I've got clients actively asking like for me to be there, that it was so refreshing to have people in your job want to have you there and want to have you like help them. So I was just like, you know what it is? I'm going to take the leap and I'll just go full photography. And if it goes tits up, I'll still have my nursing degree, my piece of paper there. It's not going to go anywhere and be 50 and go into nursing. Do you know what I mean? But I would never get the opportunity again, really, to run a business with my partner, grow a business with my partner. So I think it was April, really, was the solidifying point where it was like, right, nursing degree or photography. And I just said to Luke, I woke up like the morning after I'd slept on it, and I went, right, photography, you best get all the T's dotted and the I's crossed and all that jazz. We need to go limited company because I am not having like Luke Watson photography, I want Watson and Co. So he was like, okay. And then we put on our villa shoot, and I think that was our first event together that we'd planned together. Insane. And that's when I really felt like, bloody hell, we're a team. We're running our event. Like, it's so good. It's our own brand. Like, we're doing this together. Like, it's the things I never thought was even possible. And that was the turning point for me where I was like, right, this is exactly where we need to be at right now. And the most annoying part of that villa shoot was it was just before we went limited company, and the banner, I handmade the banner.
Mint, yeah.
With me nana. And I bought black glitter vinyl. I was cutting Luke's name out in nail scissors.
Right.
To glue on this banner, because it was Luke Watson photography at the time. And I finished this banner. I said, do you know what it is, Luke? As soon as we get back home, after me having to cut your name and iron it on this bloody banner and all the planning that I've done for this villa shoot, we'll go limited company, because there's no way that I'm doing that again. I said I'd literally just want to get a ballpoint pen and just write Emily at the top of there as well. And he was like, no, we'll get it sorted. And then, we've rebranded, and it's been mint. Amazing.
That's the same what happened with me and Sarah. Obviously, Sarah had her job, and then when she came into this and decided to make it her full time, she was like, well, I want 50% of the company. And it was like, right, okay, yep, sound. And you're changing it from Ross Thompson personal training to RT Fitness. It was like, yep, okay, you're the boss. So, who is the boss?
That's what I was going to say. Like, it depends on the hat that's being worn. If it comes to like the business and the strategy and the legal shit, Emily doesn't have a clue. I'll sort all of that for her. If it comes to sending people invoices or managing the admin, because I hate doing that side of it because I find it tedious.
Yep, I'm the same, yep.
Emily does that side of it. So it depends on what hat you're wearing. Job roles that cross over, like creativity and take the actual photos and the posing, we both kind of do it. And if one of us, say Emily went to the toilet in a shoot and I had to pose someone, I'd be totally fine doing that. So there's no real like boss, I wouldn't say. It's a very collaborative business.
I was dying for Emily to say, I'm the fucking boss.
She tries to be, but I just put her in a botlock.
I agree with Luke.
Yeah,
we are
yes.
we are very collaborative, and you know, we work together really well. I think that's something that I've said throughout. Like we are a dream team. Like, we love each other so much that it comes across in our business. But I will say, when it comes to certain things, I'm a redhead. Like, I can't help it. Like, I do like to put the pair of trousers on and like, this is the crack. And I think it's a nice side to have a woman's touch on certain things. I think there's certain parts of our business model where Luke is definitely the boss when it comes to like sorting out all of the legal documents and the important things, because that's something that I need to develop on and learn, and probably in the future I'll be more savvy with that.
Yeah.
But I think with the other side of things, like the creative, the events especially, like the client focus, I think the client care is definitely something where I've been like, right, I'm the boss, this is what we're doing, this is what's good, because this is what women want. And that's what I would want as a model from a photo shoot. So I think I've took my background from modelling, me bit feminine energy, and applied that to what women would actually want. And I think having that collaboration between us where Luke puts his ideas and I put mine in and we work together, you were definitely right when you said it depends what hat you put on. Like, he's the boss in certain situations and I'm the boss in others. But I think inevitably we're a team. Like, that is what we're built on. We are a team. So even though I might like to think that I'm the prinny boss of Watson and Co photography, it's not the case. Like, we are a team, and that's the way we like it to be. And that's me morning alarm going off for waking up.
Well, that was the cutest answer ever, wasn't it? How do you handle creative disagreements?
Example.
Ooh, I don't know, it's just a question. I don't know, maybe it's like if you say, no, I think it should look like this, and Emily may say, like, oh, no, actually, this looks better. This is just a bit of a fun bit. It's not like
I would say we've had that where Emily would be like, oh, do it this way instead. And I will. And it'll look shit. And I'll just tell her it looks shit. And she'll be like, oh, yeah, it looks shit. And then she'll be like, your way's better. And then we'll go back to the way we were doing it. Or there'll be times where she'll say it and then it will look better. And that's when we'll do it that way instead. So it is just ideas that get fired out. Like, what did we change? A back shot recently. Yeah, like, do you know when people do the back shot for the girls, they tend to wear sports bras when they're doing it. It cuts off half the back.
Yes, yeah.
So I was like, you need to get them to take their bra off just for that one shot.
Yeah.
So that's what we changed recently, and then we tried it, and then it looked better. Even her nana said it looked better. So that's what we. So from an outfit standpoint, that's one thing. But if it is in the situation, this is what we're doing, and the angle's bad or whatever, and she thinks she's got a better one, we'll just switch it. But 9 times out of 10, we'll have 2 cameras running, and she'll have one, I'll have one, and then she'll get her own angle anyway. And then when we're sending photos out to be picked, they'll have both on there.
Yeah.
So they get the choice. So, yeah, that's it. There's no real disagreement.
No, so I suppose you can always try each other's way, and they're just photos, and then it's like a decision on the photo there and then, isn't it? So, yeah.
I think with other things, like business strategy, creative disagreements.
Go for it, Emily.
Creative disagreements, I think, still links to business strategies, because I like our Instagram grid a certain way. He's laughing because he knows exactly what I'm on about.
It's very pretty.
So to me, our Instagram is the window to our business. If you're thinking about Phoenix window, right, at Christmas, you look in it and you think, God, that's amazing. Do you know what I mean? That's
shop front.
It looks really good. Shop front, perfect. And there'll be times where Luke will disagree with us and he'll be like, well, no, you need like everything on there. You're showing like bits of this, that and the other. And I say, well, no, I disagree, because like if I was a paying client looking for a service, I would want to see the best of their work.
Yeah.
And Luke's like, well, I just love all of them, so it's all good. So I think for disagreements in like business sense, we sometimes butt heads with certain things, but it usually gets resolved over a cup of tea and a conversation. Like, that's it. I don't think we really disagree on much, and it's pretty easily sorted. But I think one thing I did want to touch on with creative disagreements with clients is a good topic. Like, sometimes I'll have a certain image or creative style in my head that I think will look amazing on that client, but it's not their vibe and it doesn't fit their vibe, or they might be wanting to do something totally outside of my box of what I'm used to. And I think that's something that we do quite well. Whenever a client maybe is like, oh, I'm not a big fan of that, can we do it this way? We always go with their direction, and I think that is the way to work it. Like, we always make sure that first and foremost, if there's any creative disagreement within a photo shoot, for example, the client comes first, 100%. It doesn't matter what we think will look good or what we think would look good on them or what we want to shoot. Inevitably, they're the ones that's getting the photos, they're the ones that's posting them, they're the ones that has paid for a service. So I think with that, listening to your clientele is massive. I think this applies to all businesses, coaches, ourselves in photography, like anything where it's a client-focused business. Listening to your client, their needs, is massive, because that's where your retention comes, really. It's where you make them happy. Like, if I'm paying for a service and I'm getting kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, tension from that service provider, I'm less likely to think, oh, well, I don't really want to stay with these, or I don't really want to like work with these anymore. But when you go with your client and make them feel happy, or make that reasonable adjustment, is a lovely word that I got from me nursing. That is where I think our businesses grew. We always try to make that reasonable adjustment within the business to keep our clients happy, comfortable, confident, and we tend to find that people come back, and it's lovely to see. And I think with like coaching, for example, you and Sarah do that quite well with your retention, like making people feel happy, making people feel good, a part of a community. Like that is a nice thing to see, and I think in other people's businesses, it's something that I want to see more in the industry, because I think at the minute there's certain kind of business owners that have just started a business and they've just been like, all right, it's just all about money. Like money is great.
Yeah.
But you can't get there, and you can't get the ultimate goal without your clients being comfortable first. So I think that's something I definitely want to see more in the industry. But you and Sarah do it well.
Thank you very much. Did you have something to add? Yeah. Oh.
I didn't, but I was.
Go on.
We set the bar quite high for the experience.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like an individual or a client's coach's transformation shoot. When from the whole process, like the bar's set high that they're looked after in the shoot and then after the shoot. So if they ever do go, because there are other competitors in similar niches to us, if they ever do go to them, we want them to leave that shoot thinking, well, Luke and Emily's shoot was better. That's what we call for.
Yeah, that's the same as us. Like, if anybody ever leaves, it's like, you will not get that same level of service anywhere else. Yeah, it might be half price, but you're going to get half price service. People think photography is just clicking a button. What would you say to that?
It depends. If it's a phone or an automatic camera, then yeah. But I could easily tell the difference between someone who took a photo on an auto camera compared to someone who's got it dialed into manual, managing their settings and going for a very specific look. So you can tell the difference, and you can tell the difference in lenses.
I tell you what, I'll just stop you there, because when I sent you over some photos, you was like, was your ISO on auto? He fucking knew that, like straight away, and it was like, yes, it was.
You could just clock it, but to the untrained eye, you wouldn't notice that.
Yeah.
You would just see it, like, so if you, like, I don't know if you can tell, have you developed that skill yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, before I was massively into photography, I would just look at a photo and it would be a photo. It would make no difference to me. But I can now probably guess someone's f-stop, the ISO they're sat at, and the shutter speed by just looking at a photo. So the more experience you get, the more you can spot that difference, and it's night and day for me, I would have said. So if it was just automatic point and shoot or phone, then yeah, it is just clicking a button. But when you get into the creative side and you learn what aperture, shutter speed, and ISO can do to a photo, you know how you can manipulate it to be more of an artwork than just someone who clicked a button.
Nice. So,
I was just going to add to that. It is so bloody technical to use a camera, like, even me, like, I'm getting pretty decent at it now, but it's took me the best part of 2 years of actually physically using a camera to do it. Like, I hate, like, that's, you know, when you ask that question, that is my biggest pet peeve, I think, running a photography business, when people say taking a photo is just clicking a button.
Yeah.
Because there is so much more that goes into it. And, like, and even some of the things that Luke does, like, I just think, bloody hell, what's he talking about? And he's like, I've just turned my aperture to this, and I've got my ND filter on black. I'm like, Luke, you're talking a foreign language to us, just, you know what I mean? But I think that's definitely something that can be perceived in the industry of like, oh, well, why would I go pay for a photo shoot when I can take a photo on my phone? They're just clicking a button on a camera and, you know, that's it. They might make us look a little bit better because it's in a studio and in a studio setting, but it's so much more than that. Like, I think for us, definitely it's the experience that we create with it, but I think the actual taking of an image is so difficult. Even Luke at the minute is doing a master's photography course. It's got nothing actually to do about how you use a camera. It's all to do with the curation of the image and how well you take an image. So I think even for that, like what Luke was saying, to the untrained eye, photography might just come across as, oh, they click a button on the camera and why they charge an X amount of money, because that's just ridiculous. But it's really hard graft. And seeing Luke work the hours that he has done to grow the business, like 4 a.m. in the morning till sometimes he sat on the laptop at like 11:30 at night, and I'm like, Luke, how man, like, come on, come to bed now. And he's sat there adjusting tiny little settings on Lightroom to make everything perfect for each client. I just think people don't see the background work after the shoots of what actually goes into you getting the final images back. So, yeah, if there's anyone out there that says that photography is just clicking a button, it's definitely not.
Fuck you.
Onto that, I'd probably say it's became better because of technology. So, like, you can pick up like the DJI and it's ready to go. If I handed you that full mechanical film camera, you'd look at that and go, what the fuck? Do you even know what the dials mean on it? Some. If I just scrambled it and like reset it, you would never Scooby-Doo how to use it.
Yeah.
And that's where the fundamentals are based. Even in like the modern day highest tech $6,000, $7,000 cameras, they still have the same things that the old 1980s wind-ups had. But like back then you had to actually learn it, whereas now you can just fucking automatic it.
Yeah. But,
So-
but automatic's not...
Yeah, that's
like
what
you
I'm...
said, you can tell between the automatic.
That's what I mean, like the difference between the people that learn how to actually do it and then the ones that just put it on auto and have bought a shitty Sony, a ZE ones or whatever, the little tiny ones, the vlogging
Mine's
cameras.
different. It
Like
isn't, mine's not one of them. No, but I did. I did
Do you know what
ZV2.
I mean? Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I did have the ZV2.
People buy that as a pretty entry level, which is a good mint camera.
Yeah.
It's really good for video. It's
Yeah, really
cinematic
good,
as
yeah.
fuck. But if you don't know how to film cinematically, you don't get the full potential of that camera.
And I didn't with it.
And it's such a cheap camera, and I'm sure it's in the Sony line. So like you've got Sony FX3, which is like the flagship. It looks like something you'd watch Avengers on, like the quality.
Okay, right.
You can get the ZV whatever to that level
Yeah.
if you know how to do it.
Uh-huh.
But no one really takes that time to learn it. And then outside of the technical side of it, there's the posing, there's the lighting, there's the editing, there's everything after that. And then separate of that is the business. So it's just one of those skills that you've got to just constantly develop and learn.
You don't take a photo, you make a photo.
Exactly.
Have you heard that one?
I like it.
Let's see where we're at. God, what time do you need to be off?
Yeah, physio's at 11, isn't it?
We're out around the corner.
Yeah.
It's just around the corner. All right, sound. Let's hope my batteries are still going up there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, 3%. Shit. Fuck. Okay, right. Let's go to the quick ones then. Going alongside fitness fans. Favorite memory from working with us?
With?
Like with us on the shoots? Ooh. Please don't die, battery.
Do you want to plug it in before I die?
Deb.
Deb. Just Deb.
I love Deb. Just...
She gets a mention every podcast.
Honestly, do you know what it is, right? I think coming to the RT shoot, even though sometimes she just comes to like help with the vibe and like the oiling, and she's got a lovely, lovely personality, and she's just an amazing woman. Like you can see that all of your clients really like our energy. And I think that's something when I was coming to the RT photo shoots and like making, like when you were saying memories and stuff, just coming in and seeing Deb there, like oiling everyone up, I just thought it was like really mint. And then I think the Villa shoot, I didn't go to the first one, but the second one, I think when we were just like all of us around the pool and just doing the photo shoot, and then we all came walking down the stairs and then bloody godly, horrible.
You looked amazing.
Vile. I don't know how many more disgusting words I can say about the swimsuits that Sarah had getting. But yeah, it was just funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a good laugh. So I think that's been good from the photo shoots that we've done with yous.
You got any? Or was that it? Just Deb?
That was just Deb.
Just Deb. Let's go to this last one. One piece of advice for anyone turning passion into business.
Probably brings it back to that strategy.
Yeah.
Know what you've got strength-wise or skill or anything that could be sold. Figure out where you want it to get to and then plan the steps between there. That's the best way to do it. So if you, we'll go for something random, if you want to be the best barista in the UK, you know you want to get to that level. Where do you have to start from? What steps do I have to achieve? So you probably have to learn how to make coffee first.
Yeah.
From there, you can then become the best in that store, write a book, start a course online, whatever you want to do. And then from there, you can then teach, and then so on, so on. You could, do you know what I mean? Have a plan, come up with the steps, and then you figure out the little steps on the way and the new things to implement, and then that's where it kind of grows. Like if you start, when we started the company over and redid all the social strategies, figuring out all the little tiny, I mean, even now we're still figuring out little tiny details and adding in systems and little things here and there that just make it better and perform easier. But you would never predict them from just saying, I want to be the best barista in the UK.
Yeah. Reverse engineer it.
Yeah.
I think for me, for that question, I'm a bit soppier than Luke. Do what you love. Do what you're passionate about. Like, if you've went down a path in life, like for me, when I've done my nursing and changed completely flip-sided into photography, don't be afraid if you're like 22, 23, 20 and you make this massive life change into something else.
Yeah, it's okay. Keep talking much. We'll just spin this round. There we go. Fucking absolute experts.
So yeah, just
Keep going. Don't worry. We'll keep this in.
camera's died. Yeah, just do what you love.
Yeah.
Do what you love and you enjoy. Like, don't worry about making a massive life change and just jumping into something different. Like, the best thing I've ever done is jumping into a business with my partner. Like, it's just amazing. So if you sat there and you're thinking, do I start a business or should I start a business? Get rid of the imposter syndrome. Just do it. Yes, exactly what I told Luke when he wanted to jump into photography. Just do it. If it goes tits up, world's your oyster. You can make a change. Do you know what I mean? Endless things to do, but yeah.
So where do we find you?
Where do we find us?
Yeah. What's your Instagram, stuff like that? I'll be posting below and anywhere.
So it's at watsonandco.photography on Instagram. Same for our website.
No.
Oh, incorrect. Incorrect.
In the link for on the Instagram.
Just head to the Instagram, watsonandco.photography, and you'll see me and Luke being absolutely nibbles on there, and it'll be dead good.
Does it feel weird? Does it seem weird that I say I'm really proud of you?
Like my dad.
Yeah, I feel like it though. Like, and I am. I'm proud of you, and obviously where Emily's come into the business, it's just fucking boomed, and yeah, he's a mint. Love yous. The end.
I feel like I'm on Jeremy Kyle. And he was coming in.